Well, hello my foodie friends and welcome back to my kitchen. So what if I told you in 30 minutes you could make these amazing pumpkin cheesecake turnovers to impress your family and friends? Literally 30 minutes or less. It starts with a frozen puff pastry, some cream cheese, some pumpkin filling. They are so good for breakfast, perfect for like Thanksgiving morning, or you could even serve them as a dessert. Just serve them warm with some French vanilla ice cream and some caramel sauce on top. Oh, they're so good. And like I said, so easy. So let's get baking. So this is what you're gonna need to make the cheesecake filling. You're gonna need some cinnamon, nutmeg, pumpkin pie puree, brown sugar, vanilla, and really soft cream cheese. So I'm just adding 4 ounces of cream cheese, a half a cup of the pumpkin puree, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Could not be easier. Then I'm just gonna take my mixer, and if you make sure your cream cheese is really at room temperature, it goes together a lot smoother. Just make sure like there's no little lumps of anything in there. You could almost even use like a whisk, but I just used my mixer, and then I put it in a smaller dish and I refrigerated it for 30 minutes. That way it's going to be a little bit easier to put into our puff pastry shells. Now this is just Pepperidge Farm pastry. I let it thaw on the counter for about 30 minutes, and now I'm just taking my rolling pin and I'm just smoothing out it a little bit to make it a couple inches bigger and to get rid of the seams. And now after you do this, you're gonna notice, or else maybe just me, but it's hard to get it to like a really square, a rectangle shape. So I just took a knife and just, cut off parts of it that don't look even. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. These are homemade and, they can look a little bit rustic. So I actually went and got my pizza cutter, and if you have a pizza cutter, it makes slicing it a lot easier. Now see, it's gonna form into 9 squares. So then I took a beaten egg, just like that, and then I just with my fingers went around the edges and put some on each of the squares, and then I put about a teaspoon of the filling in the middle, and make sure you don't overfill it. I know it's so tempting, but it's just gonna ooze out the side. And then just crimp it really good with your finger, and then I got a fork, and then I just made it even more, I crimped it even more just to make sure none of the filling was gonna come out. And then see, how easy is that? And then after I got them all done, I brushed the rest of the eggs on each one. Now, if you notice here, I only have 8. It really should make 9, but I messed up one of the pastries. But it's all good. And as you can see, I had a little bit of leftover filling, which I just ate with a spoon. It was so good. And now while those are cooking at 400 degrees for 15 minutes, I have some vanilla, some powdered sugar, and some whole milk, and some cinnamon. And I just put that in a bowl, and I'm making like a quick, simple glaze. And just keep stirring it, and it's gonna get really smooth, just like that. Okay, guys, look at these. So these were baking at 400 for about 18 minutes. They are so delicious looking. Now, if you see here, a little bit of the pumpkin filling did ooze out, but don't worry about that. It's not a big deal at all. There was still plenty inside. And when it bakes up, it is so amazing. I took a bite for you. Look inside, it's like flaky, and the cream cheese pumpkin filling is so good. So I hope you guys are gonna give these a try. I know your family is going to love them. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.